Welcome to Security Check, another not even talking heads video because we don't have a video here.
Headless talking.
Yeah, but today we're going to talk about the Highlander format and is it a good thing for Digimon? Or could it be a good thing for Digimon?
Our opinions about that. Yeah. But before that, remember to like and subscribe, consider becoming a channel member to help us out. Check out Card Trader, that is an international card game marketplace. Use our code SecurityTech5 and our link in the description to get 5% off your first order. And every purchase made with our link will help out the channel. And thank you for all of you who have used our link. It's heartwarming.
Yeah. And leave down comments. What do you think about Highlander? Have you played the Highlander? Because I think it has been officially played only in the winter holiday events.
Yes.
So where it was the actual...
in Japan it was played before. But in West.
In West we've only had it, I think, on the winter holiday events. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the first thing where I have played it also.
Yeah, and we have fresh mindset for this because yesterday was the first time we ever played Highlander in Digimon. I was going to the event I don't know how I feel about this. I don't enjoy the ajatus. Katkasin. Mikä ajatus?
Idea.
Niin. I don't enjoy the idea of singleton formats because I want my decks to have consistency and I want to play a dedicated deck. And that's kind of impossible with Highlander at this point in the meta. We are in 2.0, so BT19, half of BT19 and then BT18.
Yeah.
And actually EX8 also.
Yeah, technically we could have an EX8, but we didn't have it yet because none of us had cards for it. Or, well, you had one booster. But otherwise there were not we didn't have the EX8 cards already, and that was one thing which actually made my deck worse because
you played fish.
Yeah, I decided to make my blue fish Highlander deck. I had to play some pretty mediocre cards to just pad the numbers, but if I had EX8, I could have gotten Seedramon, Mega Seedramon, Metal Seedramon Ace, and maybe some other Deep Savers cards that would have just straight went to the deck, and the Crabmon probably, the DS Crabmon and stuff like that.
I played purple good stuff because I was just building decks in Digimon.dev and was okay, I can't play Armors. Agumon seems fun, but I don't know if it's good enough. And Yellow Vaccine was one of the decks that I was tinkering about, but I didn't find a good way to build it. And then I was just okay, how about purple good stuff? So basically Anubismon control or aggro.
I think it's probably so that purple is one of the best decks.
I'd say purple is the best deck.
Yeah, probably one of the best decks.
Best color.
Best color to build the deck because purple is the least archetype specific color we have because many purple things do the same thing. You gain memory when you play a Digimon from trash. You gain memory when you trash a card. You gain this, you gain that from those same things, and your Digimons do the same things. They play something, they draw cards, trash cards, and so it becomes surprisingly consistent when you have these same effects over and over. And getting cards back from your trash is pretty OP when you're playing singletons.
Yeah, it really is.
Or when you can play stuff out of your trash straight from your trash. Yeah,
purple has a solid removal. I played Leviamon X, 7th Lightning and Biting Crush.
Yeah.
And then I played BT3 Lilithmon and Lucemon Chaos mode from BT7, so I had few cards for my Biting Crush to be ditched as a 7th grade demon load. So actually one game we played, was it before the tournament or
I can't remember.
Or after, but I had a Biting Crush with Leviamon in trash and it just okay, try to play around this.
Yeah, it's... And but not talking about how good purple is in the format, but I had surprisingly fun time playing the deck.
Yeah, I did too. It was much better format than I ever thought could be.
Yeah, maybe if when people like would get their hands on the format more and like start refining the decks, then it becomes more like it becomes a worse format in a sense, because then there are like these like best ways to play, and then you would play against purple again and again and again and again or something, and then
or against Mirror's-Galgamon
or something like that, or yellow. I think yellow was one of those colors also that was like won some of those Highlanders here in Finland. I think.
Could be,
but like still the format feels fresh, and it's fun to like try to play with those lines that are not maybe like completely perfect.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like decks that you don't have like multiples of the same inherit or like same kind of effects, when you are like, okay, your stack is never like perfect, but it has like interesting like effects here and there, and then you need to like mix and match your effects and try to do stuff. Especially with the fish deck, it was really much like that. You do different things with almost every stack, because all of your pieces do almost like different kind of things.
Yeah, and I think like the Highlander format in Digimon is like at a solid point now, when you don't have like this, so you don't have so many cards for Agumon that you can play like really solid like thought out deck. You have much card in Highlander or in Digimon as general, but you can't yet make so perfect decks that they feel constructed decks. I had the feeling playing yesterday that I had when I played with my brother, when we had like opened 2 booster boxes and we had 1 starter piece, and it was like we played with the cards we had.
Yeah, it has somewhat of that feeling, and I kinda, if I play more Highlander, I kinda hope that people keep that mindset of just like playing what they have, or like playing their pet deck just for the laughs.
Yeah.
Like we had one player who didn't didn't participate in the end, but he had built Gammamon Highlander.
Yeah.
And apparently after like few test hands or something, he said it actually kind of worked. And I can believe that Gammamon has so many cards, so many damn cards.
And so much synergy.
Yeah, but still it has like, if you have a Highlander Gammamon deck, your stack is never doing the same thing. Like, it's going to do like a billion different things, but it's never like, you cannot build the perfect stack every time. But then you have like, you can still like, you know, play these Gammamon stacks that are like interesting, because they have different kind of effects depending on the 4s and like what the 5s do and what the 6s do and so on.
Yeah, and like with some decks like Gammamon, you have million level 4s and 6s and 5s, but then you have 6 rookies that are Gammamon. Then you are like, what should I play in these parts? And sometimes you don't have the level 5s or 4s that are so good. So Highlander could be, at least in this time, or this point in time, could be a place to play vanillas. Just to have cheaper Digivolutions or something like that.
Yeah. That is indeed a possibility. But yeah, it was a super fun experience, and I kind of want to play more of it, or at least try to play more of it.
Should we have a Highlander video in the channel?
That's an interesting idea. If people want to see that, I will be like all up for like making at least one, just to show people how that, if they haven't played it, or if they want to see it, like how does that like actually look like?
Yeah.
And we, after the tournament, we were like mulling through like, you could probably build a pretty good Insectoid deck.
Yeah, we have so many different good Insectoid megas, and because everything
Level
is a fun. Everything is a fun. One of you could have like Tyrant package, you could have a Grandisku Vagamon package, you could have everything in your deck.
Basically everything. And we like came up with like basically like level 6 and level 5s are almost overcrowded with things you can actually play. Level 4s would probably be the, maybe not the hardest one, but it would be like the most like meh one kinda, because like your level 4s that are insectoid and are like, there are good ones of course, but like there are also like non-stellar ones kinda.
Yeah, but then you have like you have really old cards like BT1 Kabuterimon or is it BT2 or BT3 Stingmon BT3 it seems like, and like as I said, just vanilla cards like the BT4 Roachmon is one cost 3000 DP stuff, and like I think a green bug centric Highlander deck would actually be kind of bonkers.
It could be like super fun.
Yeah, and we have I'm just picking up cards here. We have like, okay, we have solid 10 solid
I could play Sneemon.
yeah, Sneemon is one card you could play. But we have solid 10 cards that you could play as your force even.
Yeah.
That does not even feel bad.
Yeah. So it's like, and we have even like dedicated insectoid rookies, or like at least
searchers.
If not, we have searchers, and we have like, and green has these like strange, universal searchers, like the old Tentomon just looks at the top card. If it's a green Digimon, it comes to your hand.
Yeah, or the BT14. What's that? The larva.
Oh right, Kunemon.
Yeah, Kunemon. On play, suspended to look top 3 and at 1 green card.
So green has probably like the most universal like searchers available to them.
I would think so, at least.
Yeah.
And there is actually kind of many searchers in like general, like the Kabuterimon and then
Kokuvamon X and
Kokuvamon X are solid like teamed searchers.
And you have the Kokuvamon that gives you memory when you like ran over a Digimon. You can definitely play that, and so Insectoid deck would be probably a good one also in Highlander, and there's probably like many other decks that you could probably build something like, if talking about green, you could probably make some kind of Terriermon, Lopmon alliance
or even
deck,
like Bloomlord / Fairy plant deck.
Yeah,
there is so many different fairy plants.
Yeah, and if I even think we were talking about like with our tournament organizer yesterday, or I was talking with him. I don't think you were part of the conversation.
Can't remember actually.
But he said like the next thing he thinks Bandai should do is make Highlander official tournament format.
Yes. And that would be
it would be like make a Highlander like official tournament format that is actually played in like even in some Ultimate Cups or like something like that. And also start creating the like at least somewhat what you can play there, because for example Anubismon should be a card that just it's yeeted out of the format immediately,
as well as Detexmon probably.
Yeah, but like there are many cards that should probably just get yeeted out of the format, because something like Anubismon probably just wins the game when it comes to board.
And yesterday it does. I did it every time.
It does that in normal standard constructed, so why wouldn't it do that in a singleton format?
I did Mervamon play with Anubismon yesterday, and I played Dobermon X and Saberdramon out with it.
That sounds like a normal Anubismon Mervamon.
Yeah, and that's not true. That's not how it should be. But like, I think really solid like starting point with restrictions in Highlander would be everything that is restricted should be banned in Highlander.
Something like that, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
And what our tournament organizer said that could be also interesting is that they could actually unban Mega Digimon Fusion in Highlander.
Oh, that could be fun. Oh no. Yeah, but we don't know about that.
Yeah.
And we don't know
but still,
will that be an official format.
Yeah, but I still think that they should probably make Highlander an official format.
I think that too. I think Digimon should have more formats than just...
Yeah, I don't say that we should have like a million different formats, but I think we should have at least one alternative to the normal gameplay, that where people could go and maybe find some new like life in the game and be like, okay, I don't really care about the like hyper competitive deck building of your normal construct deck, but I do want to like play all my favorite cards in the same deck.
Yeah, and that could be really like a solid way just to keep just as you said, keep interest in the game. And like I think the singleton format, like, it praises the people who know the card pool, and like that's why I think I'm kinda okay with the format, because I have almost every card and I have been here since the game started in like West, and I have really good knowledge about the like card base we have. And
but it's also like Highlander, especially in Digimon, it can actually like lower the cost of your deck a lot.
Yeah, because you don't need to have 4 of protoforms.
You don't need to have 4 of all the cards that are like super expensive, or you don't even need those cards. You can just go, okay, it's a one-off in this format. Maybe I can just play without it. I can shave off like 20 euros out of my deck's price and just play like my favorite level 6 blue Digimons, and maybe I don't play Mirage Gargamon or whatever is like maybe or Hexablaumon that is really expensive level 6. You just no, I don't need that. I have other level 6 to play.
And then like
for me it was really fun because I was playing Fish, and Fish has so many level 6 Digimon at this point, but you cannot play all of those in the same deck normally. But this time I got to play Xiangpengmon, Ryugumon, Plesiomon, on all of the old goodies in the same deck at the same time, and it was like, okay, this time I'm going to this one.
Yeah, and then like one thing that if Bandai made this a real format or like official format, then people probably would build decks to play like casually. Like I never would have built a singleton deck if there was not the event yesterday that we had. This is actually kind of fun, and as you said, you could build decks that are not that competitive and expensive. You could have like few singleton decks just laying around, and when you go to play, someone asks if someone wants to play singleton. You are like, okay, I have a few decks, let's play.
Yeah, and you can even like, you could technically build a singleton deck from out of your bulk.
Yeah,
like you can just go to your bulk and be like, okay, I'm going to take every almost playable card in this color and just make a deck, and then you could just like bring out those like a little bit too
clunky cards.
Not clunky, but like maybe not powerful enough level 6 cards. You know, those like Achillesmon or something that has like, it has cool things, but it's not good enough.
No, Pulsamon would be a nice deck in a singleton. Maybe I should probably build that.
But yeah, something like that. Like you can go to those strange level 6 Digimons and maybe play those as one of your like level 6 Digimons, because. And one of the things I really like about the idea in Highlander is the fact that you cannot how do you say it? you can't really expect the same thing all the time from you or from your opponent.
Yeah.
Because it's like, usually when you play like normal Digimon, you're like, okay, here I need to play around the fact that they can go to this certain level 6 that they always go in every game in this situation.
But if it's a one card in 50,
then you're like, okay, I can do this, and then they can go to some level 6.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one.
One thing that makes the power level of singleton format much like lower is the fact that you cannot play for memory boost, for trainings, for scrambles. You can play one of training, or if you play like Giant Greymon or like 2-card deck, you could technically play 2. But then we have this dual color memory boost that serves for 2 colored cards. Then suddenly you have 3 memory boosts in your deck, but that's all.
Yeah.
You have 4 consistency cards. You could have more like memory gain, but you don't have Maybe purple has the missed memory boost, but that's mill.
Yeah, and I even went to, like, I decided to just put, like, I put training, scramble, and blue memory boost in my deck. I didn't go like further than that. I was like,
Yeah.
these are the good building blocks that you can have in every deck. And I was like, okay, I'm happy with this. And then I was like, okay, I get to play all of my.
Yeah.
I don't think I didn't play it once in the tournament, and it didn't come up. But I put Kaiser Nail in my deck.
Yeah, I saw it.
I was like, I need to get this to my deck just for the like heck of it. And then I get to play like multiples of the blue removal spells. Like there was Great Maelstrom and
Cocoa Spread and...
No, I didn't actually play
Okay,
Cocoa Spread. I had the like fish removal. I had the Great Maelstrom.
Oh, the Purifici...
Waratsumi Purification or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know ever. Exorcism of the Sea God was better.
Yeah, it was much better.
Much more metal.
But yeah, I like to end the video. I really enjoyed the format much more than I ever thought I would.
And I decided to like I'm probably going to keep my fish Highlander at least somewhat build most of the time. So I have it in my like some deck box like ready to be if someone wants to play just test out Highlander or something or just for fun play the format. And maybe if there's another tournament, I will dust it off and be like, okay, I'm ready. I just need to add a couple of new cards to it, and I'm ready to go. And
I should probably build one Highlander deck also.
Yeah, and you could have just make it from like, as you said, like something like Pulsemon, the cards that you don't usually play anywhere. You can just put all Pulsemon cards in the deck and be like, okay, let's go, or something like that. And you can still play like so-called like stables in that format. You can play Ukkomons to give you some consistency.
Analog Youth would be probably a solid card in any deck.
Yeah, if you want to play like some consistency cards or like staple cards, you can do that to just like up the power level a little bit or the consistency of the deck a little bit. But still, you cannot lean to those cards because they are one-offs, and you need to like have so many of them that it becomes like maybe even a little unwieldy at that point if you need to pump them up too much. I don't know, but I like it, the Highlander format, and I hope Bandai does more with the format going forward, because this was like maybe the best like alternative format they've used. The single color thing was kind of fun.
It was Mirage Gargamon Fest.
Yeah, but it was kind of fun, but it's also like it's too close to normal basically. So it's just like cut some decks out of existence, and then it's just like good monocolored decks most of the time. It's not like something where it doesn't even cut like double colored decks that are like truly double colored, because they are just like I'm one colored basically. So,
in the comments, please tell us what do you think about the Highlander.
Do you want to see a gameplay?
Have you tested out it yourself? What did you think? If you haven't, what do you think about it? Are you like me that like kinda didn't enjoy the idea, but
came around to it?
Yeah, it could change your view when you try it out. But yeah, this was probably the video this time. Wait to have some more of these talking videos, because Blockhouse Game is moving and we can't record there because they are moving.
Yeah. We will see if we get some gameplay videos out. Yeah. Hopefully we get some, but there might be different kind of content on the channel.
Yeah, but remember to like and subscribe, consider becoming a channel member, check out Card Trader, and we will see you at the next video.
Bye.